I'm Unlucky from Alliance, as everyone know. Hi. Imagining right now, I think keeping the long hair and then for champs, like dye the hair like white. I think that would have a lot of aura. I think that would be amazing. Yes, yes. Not kangaroos, the mountains. Mountains. I only play R5 a little bit, like 10 to 20 minutes, so like 2 rounds full. And then usually I just talk to my teammates. We have TDMs before. But besides that, not really much. I think sometimes I go for a run before to like get the body working, but that's really it. I don't do much. My routine is I have like an ice thingy where you pour like water in and then you put it in the freezer. Then I just ice my face in the morning and I put moisturizer on. That's what I do. And obviously eat clean. Like I think eating clean is like everything for the face in general. Everything, I would say. Oh. Great question. I think I've been playing FPS games itself for a while. I think since I'm like 6 years old maybe or something. I don't know. And APEX I've been playing since the release, since APEX came out, so 2019 February. I was on console at first for the first 2 years, and then I swapped to PC, right? So and I think my first ever game was Call of Duty Black Ops 1, I think. I played with my brother. He introduced me like to the gaming part in general, right? And since then I've been playing any type of FPS games. Like I played Call of Duty, Battlefield, Overwatch, Destiny, these kind of games, right? Like all on console. Like that's pretty much it until like I was 12. I was working as a metal technician, like welding and all these kind of stuff and programming machines until I was like, I think 16. And then I was on the side competing in APEX. I was like playing scrims a little bit. And then at some point I was teaming up with Matafe and Tyler, and we got like an offer from Vexed, right? What could make me full-time at the end of the day. So I quit my education for now. And since I'm pursuing, right, full-time playing, so. Good question, good question. Last time, I barely could try any food because of how sick I was. I didn't really get to taste any food, but for the next time, I want to try really good ramen. There was like one ramen place, it was so full, like I think people wait like 2-3 hours or something in the line, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go there next time because I want to have some good ramen. Because here in Austria, we have some ramen, but like, it's not that, you know, as good, I imagine. So, yeah. Oh, that's an easy answer. Tokyo. Yeah, bro. A LAN in Tokyo would be really amazing. Obviously, I think it's not gonna happen, but it would be very amazing. And that's also where I would like to visit. I've been to Tokyo once, right? I mean, 2 times if you count the airport. But I think Tokyo is very beautiful, and I would love to go there again. Wow, that's a bunch of countries. I don't know. Definitely somewhere in Asia. Definitely, as I said, Tokyo. I love Tokyo. I love the city. It's amazing. But maybe, I don't know, Italy, perhaps. Not really sure. I don't really have like a destination yet. I feel like I'm a bit too young to know that. Maybe in a couple of years. That's a very good question. It's hard to describe because I feel like every line event I grow, right, in any kind of aspect in the game. But I would say for me personally, I think 2024 Split 2 playoffs in Mannheim, where Effect couldn't play and Tyler had to sub in. I feel like there was a lot of pressure on my shoulders, I feel like. trying to replace Effect right in the role, and I think I did very great for that, and I wasn't sure I'm capable of doing so before the tournament, so I think definitely this LAN I grew the most. Strongest, obviously, I was us winning EWC, I would say, even though I must say 2025, this year's championship, right? I think we played really good. Like, I think we played group stage, we played everything very good. Like, of course, unfortunately we didn't win, but even though us getting second place with the most points, and I think throughout the whole tournament, I think we played like absolute, like some also perfect Apex. Like, I think we did really, really well. So if it's not EWC, it's champs. And my lowest point, I think it's not even the last place on with Vexed. I think it's the 31st. Because the 31st place was very close, and I was very upset because it was the first LAN I ever played, right? And I think my emotions were definitely lower when I was so close and stuff like that than the last place. Because last place was like, okay, whatever, we got last, we suck, you know, so yeah. Ooh, that's a good question. All regions combined, I have to say I have to go with Zero as well. He's like right IGL, and he's putting out numbers, like he's doing really great work for his team. Everything combined, you know, like IGLing, Kinetics, like all together as the peak player, I would say like Zero, yeah. Okay, No Name, I Hate the World, I would say. Very good, very, very good. Then Lablaze, very good too. And then let's take another region. I would say Suni from EMEA. I think he's very, very great. Like a very strong MK, personally. Underrated. I would say Satuki and Yuka. Yeah, I think like that. That'd be fun, I think. That's a hard question. I really loved watching ACU. I was really happy when he came back. Like when I was on console, I was watching like competitive a little bit. I wasn't really into this like scene, but I really loved watching ACU. Yeah. Hard to say. Very hard to say. I really have a lot of respect from Yuka, to be honest. Like as I wasn't competing back then a lot, I was watching Fnatic a lot, and it was really fun to watch. So I would say Yuka. I would say my own IGL even. I have really like a lot of respect for my own IGL, like the accomplishments he has made and stuff. So I still have, you know, I think I would say these two. Definitely not. I mean, not for now. Maybe in the future, you know. You never know how life goes. But for now, not really. I'm doing good where I am. Well, I left Vex mainly because we've been doing good in online tournaments, right? Got like second place, third place in Pro League. But the LANs, obviously, as everyone knows, didn't really work out. And when I got the offer from Alliance, right, Hakis was sliding to me DMs, was like, yo, we need a third. I'm like, sure, man. No, I'm kidding. I didn't go instantly. I was really actually thinking about it because I was doing good with my Tafe and Kinda back then, right? And I really love Kinda, like he's like a really good friend of mine. So, and I really wanted to compete with him. So I really broke his heart leaving, actually. So it was really not an easy decision for me to make. But I knew it's like the right decision, right, for my career. And sometimes in esports, you gotta be selfish. You gotta think of yourself, right? Not always about the others. So yeah, I took the right step and joined Alliance, right? Well, yeah, kinda, right? Like, I'd love to play with him again at some point. Obviously not now, right? Like, we're going good. But maybe, yeah, maybe in the future, we'll see. I used to switch a lot, like settings, right? Like I used to play ALCs, I used to play classic, I used to play everything. And now I'm just stuck on full field linear like everyone else, right? Like, I don't know, I didn't feel any urge of switching or anything like that, even though it's very important, very good also for controller players, by the way, to swap the sense from time to time, because you get lazy with aiming, stuff like that, right? Like, okay, aim assist, but like you still gotta aim sometimes, you know. But if I would have to say something, I would say Dead Zone maybe. I think dead zone is very important for me. No dead zone I play. I don't like small dead zone, anything like that. I don't know. It feels like I have not 100% control over it. So yeah, I would say dead zone. I would say because we're like very aggressive, right? Like edge play now got really nerfed by the evil harvesters being like, well, not there. They're not spawning. They're like in the center of the zone. But like we're a very, very aggressive team. Like I'm an aggressive player. Hakis is, effective, like we all are, right? And that makes us so strong because we're all individually very, very good players. So yeah, I think just the aggression in general, I think, and the smart plays, the way we take fights, I think is what makes us so good. I think it is focusing on where effect is. Like it's really important that we, like me and him, stick together, because most of the time, like there was an issue in EWC. We split up, right? Like I go left, he goes right, and then we lose the fight because we're not playing together. So usually it's my role to make sure that I am on top of him. We play together, so we win the fight, right? That's like the main thing. I think focusing on effects positioning, and then micro calling maybe where we can go, etc., or asking him where we can go, stuff like that. I think that's the most thing I focus on. Well, discipline, I would say, is very strict if it comes to like schedules. Like if let's say we have like on season and we to play scrims, like he would love to grind as much as possible, right? Like 2 sets a day, and Valveriu, right? He loves that. And I'd say he also is very, how can I say, he really cares about his team. Oh, let's say one LAN went bad, he doesn't necessarily want to drop someone, right? He wants to work on the issue. Like let's say he would have dropped me back then in LA. We got 14th on the first LAN together. Imagine he would have dropped me there, and then we wouldn't have the further success what we had throughout the year. So I think that's one strength what he has as well. But other people also need to copy, in my opinion. It's, you need to work on things, not always just get rid of the problem and get a new problem in, you know? Like everyone has their problems individually. So I think that's also a good thing Hakis does, you know, working on things, not just like letting it go. Effect is very good in this thing, and then Hakis is very good in this thing, and I'm like kind of mixed in between, you know? Like I'm kind of like okay in both, you know? I'm struggling really much with like making a hard call. Like usually it's only Effect or Hakis. I need to learn that. But I couldn't really think of anything right now where I would say I am 100% better than my teammates. I think my teammates are very, very good. So I don't think I could say I'm better than them in something. Well, at the beginning I was more like joining Alliance back then. In LA times, obviously I was very scared, not confident, right? Like having a lot of pressure on, also from replacing Yuki, because I wanted to make it, right? I just came from a team who got last place at LAN, right? And then I got brought into a team who has done multiple times good on LANs. So I have to prove something, right? So it was making I kind of needed to get the trust from Effect and also make a point, a stand, like a statement that also to show Hakis that I'm good enough to be in this team, kind of. And I was very unclear about that after the first LAN because we got 14th. So I was like, yeah, I don't know. But since then our relationship obviously has changed, right? We went through a lot of LANs together. I'm more, obviously it's more chill now, more like, you know, calm. But I still work at the end of the day. Like we still gotta try hard. We still gotta put in the hours, right, to make it on the top. That's what you gotta do to be tier 1, I would say. That's a good one. Once I usually don't sing karaoke, and also doesn't affect really. We're not really into like karaoke things. But when we went to Sapporo this year's champs, I was like, I'm never gonna sing. And the fact is like, yeah, I'm not gonna sing either. In effect, had like 1-2 drinks, something like that, and we were singing "Call Me Maybe." I think there's some clips of it. Hopefully we're never gonna share them, or if they have not been shared yet, don't do it. But I think nobody wants to see that. A terrible singer, by the way. Terrible singer. I'm not gonna be a singer. It's only kinda I chill with sometimes. Like if you talk about like, you know, people you also enjoy outside of Apex, right? Like you play with them, maybe something else, maybe you talk to them outside of Apex. But like I'm not really in any group or anything like that. I'm very I'd have 2 other IRL friends, on one online friend I'm chilling with in Discord, but I don't really have like deep connections with any kind of pro player really. I don't know, I've never got into that, I've never been in a group like that, so I actually don't have anybody really besides kinda. So my practice routine, let's say an example as today, we have 2 sets of scrims today, and we have 1 TDM before, right? Like we play TDM, and before the TDM, I usually, if I have the time to do it, today I don't have the time, but then I played R5, right? 1 time, most of the time only, or 2 times, it really depends on my mood if I do it or not. And then we play TDM for an hour, and I go a little bit fire range, you know, maybe practice my recoil control, something like that. And that's pretty much it. And then we just play 2 sets of scrims. That's most of it. But I spend not that much time in R5. I only play for warm-up. Like I'm not like try-harding, playing like 100 hours, you know. Honestly, that's a good like question, because I don't really know. When I started playing Apex, I was playing the normal grip, right, for a long time. And then for some reason, my brain was like, wait, it's easier to play like this, and my fingers just positioned there. I didn't even know what it is, right? I didn't even know it has a calling. I didn't know what it is. And then like a couple of years later, people like, yo, this is the claw grip. I'm like, the what? You know, I don't even know. I just did it because it felt better for my fingers, looting, fighting, stuff like that. And since then I've been just using it. Like I am very hard to get on new things if something is working out right. From classic response curve to linear took so long, because I've been personally feeling like I've been doing good in classic, so why would I switch, you know? But at the end of the day, linear is a little bit better than classic, but it just took really long. Honestly, it's just R5, I think. Like just spamming to recenter the ADS and non-ADSing. I think that's just practice. But it's all practice at the end of the day, like everything. You just gotta practice it, and then you're gonna be good at it if you really try hard enough. It's hard to say. Like the way I maybe like play with effect together, and the way I make decisions maybe within the fights, perhaps, and the improving is, I would say, as I said, calling, right? I'm not really good in like hard calling. Sometimes my teammates need that, right? Sometimes Hakis doesn't have an idea, sometimes Effect doesn't have an idea, and I see the opportunity, I see it myself. I call it, but I don't call it with like confidence. I don't call it with like, you know, trust me, we need to do that, blah blah. This is like a weakness of mine, and I need to learn. So yeah, these 2 things. I used to play a lot of pubs. I used to be a pub grinder actually. Like I played a lot of pubs, like on stream, stuff like that. I think public or a spamming ranked, I think is necessary to keep your mechanics fresh or improve, right? If you want to improve something specific, obviously you gotta like train it in R5, maybe firing range. Depends what you want to train in, right? But if you want to get like your general mechanics up, I think then just playing the game a lot is like the key itself, right? I feel like I focus on my strafe kind of a little bit, and also the ADSing, un-ADSing. Depends the gun I have on, how close the range is, right? Like it really depends. But sometimes my strafe, like in the moment when I'm like really locked in, I feel like I do my like strafe like unconscious, you know, the way I want to do it, and then I just focus on the positioning from my aim anyways. So yeah, I would say just champs, right? I think the 2 times we were close to winning, and I was like rezzing both times, and we couldn't win. I think I still think about that day, because I really wanted to win champs. Like winning champs is like, I would even say winning champs is for me more than winning EWC. Like I don't know, I really would love to win champs, and this year's champs is like my #1 goal. Like I'm gonna grind for it. I'm gonna do everything possible to win champs. So yeah. Yeah, 100%. I think every LAN, personally. But I would say champs again, the champ support has been amazing. Like there were so many fans in general. Like Sapporo was, I think, for me personally, the best experience. That's why I'm so excited to be there again, because the fans are truly a blessing, right? Like they make the energy people, the energy from giving from people is everything what makes it, you know, like for us players, I would say. So it's all love. I love it. I'm overall very approachable. Like I appreciate every single fan. Like I'm not scaring people away, you know. I'm very kind to fans. It's not like I'm like a, you know, aura. So like it's totally fine approaching me. I have no issue with that. And gifts, it can be any. I take anything. Like it goes from, I don't know, stickers to, I don't know, plushies. Like I don't know, I'll take anything really. As it comes from the fan and support, that's all that matters. Like it doesn't matter what it is. To all the fans, of course, much love. I appreciate all of you. It's nothing without you guys. Like every single LAN event, every single online tournament is literally not the same. Like the atmosphere is just completely changed, but just giving like support fans. So I appreciate every single one of you guys, and I can't wait to see all of you in Sapporo again.